William Whalen here for GetMoreSports.com, and we're looking at our top 5 candidates for the preseason player of the year, and they are spanning the country right now. You've got 2 point guards out east. You've got a big man in the Pacific Northwest, and then 2 high-volume players in the Big 12 are going to be on this watch list. We're going to start with Kyle Wiltjer. He's my preseason favorite for National Player of the Year for a couple of reasons. I'm a firm believer that he would put up numbers throughout the country, but his conference, of course, is going to aid him here. This is an offense that lets him roam around, be very versatile, get the ball in a variety of spots to make an impact. He's going to put up silly numbers this year. I really believe that. He could be an over 20 points per game scorer. This is a guy who's going to be the conference player of the year for Gonzaga. He's going to be playing for a team that has a chance to go to the Final Four. I mean, this is a situation where he's going to have a lot of things lined up to keep his name in the conversation all season. So Wiltjer has to be kind of considered the favorite here. Moving down the list, you look at a guy like Melo Trimble at Maryland. Obviously, was one of the best freshmen in the country last year. If it weren't for Jahlil Okafor or D'Angelo Russell, but really Jahlil Okafor, he probably wins Freshman of the Year last year. He was absolutely that good. And of course, he turns Maryland from an afterthought into a legitimate contender, and they're one of the national title contenders this year. He's going to have so many weapons around him this year. He's not going to be put in a position where he has to force it as much as he did at times last year. And he's going to have a force down low that's going to take a lot of pressure off him as well, open up a few more opportunities on the perimeter. Then Marcus Paige at North Carolina. He is the train driver. He is the conductor. He is the whatever you want to call it, the director of maybe the best team in the country right now. And a guy like that is always going to be in the conversation for these types of awards. Then you go to the Big 12. You look at Georges Niang at Iowa State. You look at Buddy Hield at Oklahoma. 2 guys that are going to vie for Big 12 Player of the Year honors. They're going to vie for All-American honors. This is going to be a really interesting race to see, because my thing is, I would probably give the edge to whichever guy finishes in their team, finishes closest to the top of the Big 12 standings. Kansas is the prohibitive favorite, but they don't have that star. They don't have the guy who's going to demand all the attention from not just opposing defenses, but media members, voters, for awards like this. So I think between Niang and Hield, it's going to depend which school can either overtake Kansas or at least finish in second and give the Jayhawks a run for their money in the Big 12. Those are my top 5 in the preseason. Let me know who you would add to the list and which ones I missed. We're going to be updating this list throughout the season. So you're going to see this change. You're going to see names rise, fall, and of course, new names come into the fold.